Diabetes is a huge problem in both the US and globally and is growing at rates that are unprecedented. And we realize that there's an opportunity here in a moment where we really need to step in with new ideas and new approaches to the disease. Pendulum Therapeutics is an early-stage startup company focusing on the opportunity of the microbiome, which is this new emerging science around the bacteria and viruses and fungi that reside in our bodies. And it turns out that these bacteria and viruses play a really important role in our health. And so what Pendulum is focused on is figuring out what are the key bacteria and viruses and fungi, what are they doing in our bodies, and how do we get them to help us improve our health.
Over the years, we have learned that the gut produces multiple hormones and other signaling molecules that provide very important roles and functions. The processes that we focused on was to restore the production of short-chain fatty acids, particularly butyrate. And as it relates to diabetes, butyrate stimulates the production of a hormone, GLP-1. And then the other function is that there is a layer of mucin that lies on top of the intestinal epithelium. And in patients with type 2 diabetes, it appears that that mucin layer thins and becomes leaky.
The role of dietary fiber in gut health is huge, and we've all heard of the phrase, "You are what you eat," but more importantly, you are what you feed the trillions of gut microbiota in our gut microbiomes. These bacterial strains really love to eat fiber, more specifically soluble fiber. And when we don't personally eat enough fiber, these strains can die off over time and really impact our health. And if you look at a westernized diet, you're looking at high fat, high sugar, and low fiber. And that's why a lot of times our bacterial strains die off over time and really change. So dietary fiber is huge, and it's important to get enough in order to make these strains really happy, healthy, and diverse in our gut microbiomes.
We've used DNA sequencing right from our inception. When we first started, we actually believed that those strains could be manufactured by standard probiotic manufacturers. And we soon came to realize that these strict anaerobes were actually very specialized. So we had to hire a team of PhD microbiologists and researchers to get to commercial scales. In addition, we built out a lab and hired scientists and bioinformaticians to be able to characterize the strains and the metabolites that they produce.
Pendulum Glucose Control is the first realization of our vision that we could create products that target the microbiome that can help people with specific diseases. All sorts of different things can impact your depletion of your microbiome, and it turns out that people with diabetes and prediabetes are missing these key strains that are helping them to metabolize foods and regulate their glucose and insulin. And so Pendulum Glucose Control is a synbiotic. It has a mix of probiotics and prebiotics, and it is the first product that is clinically shown to lower A1C and blood glucose spikes in people with type 2 diabetes. And it is an all-natural product. It has the efficacy that is needed for people with diabetes, but it also has this natural component that has reduced side effects compared to drugs.
Pendulum Glucose Control is a formulation that consists of 5 probiotic strains and the prebiotic inulin. And the 2 key features of Pendulum Glucose Control are the ability to convert fiber into short-chain fatty acids, and specifically butyrate, as well as the ability to associate and utilize the mucin in the gut lining. And it is designed to be able to do that functionality entirely independent of the host microbiome that it finds itself in.
There are thousands of probiotics on the shelves. One of the things that we have done differently here at Pendulum is that we've approached this from the ground up. We have the clinical trials to back the product. We are the only probiotic that has a placebo-controlled, double-blinded, randomized clinical trial backing the efficacy of the product. It was published in BMJ, and it is the cornerstone of what makes this probiotic different from everything else out there. And so if you have type 2 diabetes, or you have prediabetes and you're looking to improve the way your body metabolizes sugar, there is no other product that was designed with this purpose in mind that is clinically proven to deliver.